Hello traders. Today we're going to be talking about our software Magenta Trader and how it uses it to analyze stocks. Now Magenta Trader is a technical analysis interpretation software, and what that simply means is it uses algorithms to analyze technical analysis on individual stocks as well as the market overall. And after analyzing the technical analysis data, it literally tells you in plain text what to do each and every day. So we start with the chart of this company, INCY. INCY is Incyte Corporation. It is a biopharmaceutical company, and what it does is it focuses on therapeutics. It develops it, discovers it, and commercializes it. But after looking at all the technical analysis behind it, you can see here that back on March 26th, if you see the condition and trade action up here on the 26th, when I hover my mouse above it, what you'll see is it says the condition was strong, meaning that the market was strong, and the trade action for the day after analyzing all the technical analysis data was to buy. Now we know it's to buy as well as the strong bullish uptrend simply because this section up here is now in green. Back here, when the section is in red, is letting you know that it is bearish. And over here, when it turns green, means that it's bullish. Bullish basically means that it's ready to go higher. But on March 26th, when the market or this particular stock was beginning to turn around, it takes a look at all the technical analysis data, the important technical analysis data, and it lets you know, here is what you need to do today. And we can see on that day, it says the condition was strong, meaning that the market's condition was strong to the bullish side, and it was time to start buying. Now, most people will be wondering, where do we place our stops? How high is it going to go? Well, the neat thing about all this is you don't have to worry about that, because simply it just tells you one action you need to take each and every day. The very next day, we had the red candle. Now, this is where people start panicking. Should I sell? Should I not sell? What should I do? But as you can see, what the interpretation software is saying is it might be a good time to place your stop. It's still strong. The condition is still strong. So again, just take a look at what it's saying over here. The condition was still strong when we hover over that day, but because of what happened on this particular stock, it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and place a stop. And so on that day, all you have to do is just place a stop. Now, since this is a stock that has a green section up here, you just place a stop at the low of that day. The very next day, you would have still been in the trade, and after seeing what price action was doing that day, looks at all the technical analysis and say it's actually a good time to start buying some more. The next day comes, and the condition stays the same as well as a trade action, which is to buy. Now, what this is basically telling us is if you missed out on this day, the prior day, or the day before that, or the day before that, you still have chance to buy. Or if you already bought before and then you want to buy some more, now is the time to buy. This is really cool because a lot of times people talk about buying after stock goes down, but what this software does is it doesn't make sense to be buying when stock is going down, buying more when stocks are going up. All the technical analysis data that matters the same. It's okay to go ahead and still buy some more. And then by April 1st, the same thing is there. And what you'll notice here is on April 2nd, now it's telling you to hold and wait. The condition is fair, hold and wait, which basically means it's not as strong as it was before. When the condition is fair, you can still buy, but you don't have such a great chance like you had when the condition was strong. And so what we like to do is buy only when the conditions are strong. And what this is also saying is the trade action for the day is if you were already in, just hold on to your trades. Notice what it's not saying. It's not saying place your stops. It's not saying sell. It's just saying hold on to your trades. And that's all you have to do. So that means on that particular day, there's nothing that says this is a stock that we should be buying right now very strongly or we should be selling. It's just saying just hold on to it. And if you were not in the trade already, and this is the first time that you're seeing it, it's saying, look, just wait. Go find something else. Don't try to jump into this. Or if you do, then at least you know you're not getting in at the strongest time to get in. The very next day, it's saying don't do anything. And the day after that, don't do anything. The day after that, don't do anything. Now, if you had bought 100 shares from the time that it first recommended it at $73.05 to this day right here, what you see is that you would have made about $13.16 in profit. That means that if you bought 100 shares of this stock, you'd be walking away with about, $1,850 in profit. Not bad. Not bad. Let's take a look at another stock. Cone. Now this one I wanted to show you because I want to show you how the transition takes place from the bearish side to the bullish side. With Cone is a real estate investment trust, and what they do is they build multi-tenant data center properties. They build these properties specifically for tenants that do data center, call centers, and stuff like that. That's what this company does. When the whole coronavirus situation hit, this whole section was red. When it's red, we know not to be buying anything because things are going down. But what's interesting is while things are going down and everybody was concerned about the bear market, what should we do, what should we not do? On this day, which was on March 20th, it said hold and fear, meaning that if the stock was already going down, on this day right here, you shouldn't be shorted. You just hold on and see what happens. The next day, it would say hold, don't buy, don't sell, just hold on to it and see what happens. And again, if you were not shorting this stock, this is not a time to be getting in. The next day comes, and all of a sudden now we have a green candle that looks like it's going up. This is where some people start asking the question, is it okay to start buying? Have we hit bottom yet? Should we not buy? Should we wait for more confirmation? What the software does, it goes back and it looks at all the technical analysis data that matters, and then it comes back and says this downtrend is now getting weak. It is important that you place your stops. And that's it. It's letting you know it's weak. It's important to place your stop. If you place your stop right there, the very next day you'd have been stopped out. And then it's warning people again, because even though we had another green candle the very next day, what we've seen here is market spiked up and came right back down, formed a big spiking candle right here that you can see. This is the body right here. This is the long wick that took place right there. But on that day, if you were wondering, what should I do? What should I do? The market spiked up. Now it's giving back all those gains that it made earlier in the day. It's giving it all back. Does this mean that this is now a stock that is ready to go down? On that day itself, before knowing anything else in the future, it looked at all the technical analysis data and said, well, it's time to place your stop again. And so if you didn't get stopped out the day before, it's definitely letting you know, place your stop today. And it's a strong recommendation to place your stops. The very next day comes, and now everything has changed. And it's switching from get out of this bear market that you were in before. If you didn't get stopped out, you definitely need to be covering your shorts. And, matter of fact, this is a good time to buy. Next day, still okay to buy. This now is saying it's already too late to try to start buying, so you're not chasing it. Just hold on and wait. Now, notice what happened right here, because price dropped. This might be a place where people start panicking and start selling, trying to figure out, oh my gosh, it's ready to go back down again. But what did the technical analysis data tell us? We can see that by the interpretation of that on the left-hand side, where the condition is still fair, and it's saying just hold and wait. Interesting that it didn't even say place your stops. It didn't say place your stop. It just said hold and wait. Most people would have been panicking. Most people would have said, let's go ahead and place your stop. But because it's technical analysis and it's taking out all the noise of emotions and everything, it's just looking at the data itself, it's saying just hold. Don't even worry about placing a stop. What ended up happening the next day, price went higher, and then even right now when we have these red candles, we can come over here and say, what is it telling us to do on this day? Now it's saying place your stops. Now it's finally saying place your stops. And so because this is a green section, you place your stop at the low right here. And the very next day, yes, we had another red candle, but guess what? We did not get stopped out. And this takes away all the guessing that a lot of people struggle with when it comes to trading, allows you to see what's happening. The very next day, it's still saying just place your stops. So all we do is we take the stop from here and we adjust the stop to this level right here and just wait another day and see what happens. It's either we're going to get stopped out or the software will come back and tell us to sell. And if none of those two things happen and the market goes higher, then we're able to stay in the trend as long as we need to. From the time that this stock told us it is a good time to be, this software told us it is a good time to buy, at $56.09 to the time that we're seeing up here, you would have made about approximately $5.58 in profit. Now, a 200 shares in a stock like this with a profit of $5.58 would have yielded you a profit of about $1,116, which again is not bad for a couple of weeks worth of trading. Let's take a look at another stock. If we go to Pfizer, Pfizer is a company that a lot of people are aware of, but just in case you don't know who they are, Pfizer is a research-based global pharmaceutical company, and what they focus on is healthcare products. Now, again, with this, on this day right here, which was the 27th, you can see the market said strong condition, and the trade action was a buy cover. The very next day, it also gave another strong recommendation of buying. The next day after that, it said it's still okay to be buying based on all the technical analysis data that's out there, and the interpretation of that is just, it's okay to buy. Now notice what happened, because the very next day, this stock gapped down in the morning. And at that point in time, everybody would probably be thinking, my goodness, this stock is ready to go down. I've lost all the profits. Let me sell, 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 sell. But on that day itself, well, technical analysis data was just saying, hold on. Most people would not know how to read that, but that's the beauty of what the software does is reads all that and says, don't try to sell it. Those who were able to see that and understand that would have been benefiting from this, because the very next day, the stock went higher, and then it went higher, and then it went higher, and then even today right now, or this day right here on the 7th, when now people are asking, hey, should we be selling this or not? The whole idea is, nope, you don't need to sell. All you have to do right now is just place your stop. And that's what it's saying. So if you look at the conditions, it's saying conditions are weak. It's not as strong as it was when it was back here. So since conditions are weak now, just place a stop. And that's all you have to do on that day. And then just wait to see whether you get stopped out or the market goes higher the next day. And again, from the time that it recommended this buy to the time that it's saying place your stop, you would have made a profit of, $2.71. So a 500 share account trading this would have yielded about $1,355. Again, not bad for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of trading or investing, either way you look at that, in a corona-filled economy where we are not able to go anywhere. We'll go to the last one, and this one is a company called Novavax. Now, Novavax is a clinical stage vaccine company. And what it does is it works on stuff like Ebola viruses, the seasonal influenza, the pandemic influenza, and they are actually working on coronavirus as well. And so it will make sense that if you have a company that you know is working on this, chances are maybe it's going to do well. Well, as early as March 19th, which was actually earlier than most of the others, this stock was already beginning to go higher. We can see if we were looking at this using the technical analysis interpretation software from Magenta, would have seen that it was a very strong buy. And what ended up happening was the very next day, we could see how it was a big red candle. This is where, again, a lot of people would have been panicking, probably sold it by then. But we can see on that day, all the technical analysis data was saying is, you don't have to sell, just place your stop. There's a reason why this is beginning to show strong bullish trends, but just place your stop. The next day, things didn't look too happy or too much better. But again, it was like, hey, actually, you know what? Now is the time to be buying. Now, this is where a lot of people would have been confused and wondering, it's like, are you serious? Is this something we really need to be doing, especially after one day up, one day down? kind of situation. This market is too volatile is what we hear a lot. Technical analysis doesn't work, but actually it does. It's just people don't know what to read and what to look for because there's so much information out there. And the beauty of this software is it takes the one that matters and then it says, based on the ones that matter, this is what we need to be doing today. Now it tells us to buy. How do we know it's telling us to buy? Because again, the condition is strong and the buy cover. Those who listened were rewarded because the next day the stock gapped up. It was even saying buy more. The stock went down the very next day. This big red candle here and another big red candle the next day would have convinced so many people to sell. But the software is saying, based on technical analysis data, based on what we've seen, now this is not time to sell. This is just profit taking. You actually want to buy more. And again, what ended up happening was you bought more. The next day recommended more. It recommended more buying. And then now it said, look, that's enough buying for now. And then put you on hold and wait. Over here, it seems like it was dipping a little bit. It says place your stop. You would have placed your stop at the low of that candle. The very next day, everything was fine. Then hold on to it. Don't do anything. The next day, hold on. Don't do anything. The day after that, place your stop. And what you'll see is, again, from the time it first recommended getting in, which was somewhere around, $11.58. 500 shares of this stock at $11.58 would have seen about two and a half weeks later a profit of about $1,660. In this whole corona-filled volatile market, but being able to navigate volatile markets by understanding what technical analysis is saying can really help. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold anything, but the software does help us see things that most people will not be able to see. And the beauty of it is not only does it help us see it in plain English, but it basically takes the complex world of the stock market and condenses this and just says, buy the stock, place a stop, hold, or sell, which is so much easier for people to do now without having to worry about, am I missing certain data or not? The computer allows you to see all that. So again, our disclaimer is, look, we're not financial advisors. You got to make sure you still do your own research and own studies. So if you like what you've heard, please comment below. Give us thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That will help us make sure that we keep on get motivated to make more videos, obviously. And if you want to know more about Magenta as well, you can just go to magentatrader.com. Every Monday night, we have a live webinar where we talk about live stocks using the software. But again, leave your comments below. Tell us, what you like. If there's stocks that you want us to take a look at, you want us to analyze on these YouTube channels, please leave a comment. Trade safe out there, guys.